Hello, this is Ernesto Verdugo, and this is a show that helps intelligent internet users like you find cool tools and change the rules. On this episode of Amazing Websites Television, a three-letter word that will make you more intelligent, two resources that will guarantee more visitors to your website, a handy bookmark to create Favicons, a resource to help you make the most out of your frequent flyer miles, the birth of the internet currency, and a handy tool to create smartphone apps from any web content. One of my strongest motivators for actually putting this program together was to create internet literacy. I believe that people really are not completely aware of what is actually happening on the internet. Of course, there's a group of people that are very advanced, but there's a lot of people that are still yet finding out how they can actually use the internet for amazing results. And this is the reason why I actually want to share with you our first resource today that I believe if you are watching constantly the videos that they provide in this resource, you will definitely become more intelligent. The name of this resource is, you can actually go just to TED.com, so www.ted.com. And these guys are absolutely amazing. It is just one of the most amazing websites that I have ever seen. It's full of videos of very, very intelligent people sharing incredible information. And of course, all of it is for free. Now, one of the great things that TED has to do, they talk about innovation. And one of the biggest innovations that, of course, they are using is the use of video. And I would actually like you to watch this short little TED video from Chris Anderson, because of course I have a couple of other resources that I want to share with you in a moment. But first of all, I want you to understand this specific concept. Take a look.
So in both of these cases, you've got these cycles of improvement apparently driven by people watching web video. What is going on here? Well, I think it's the latest iteration of a phenomenon we can call crowd-accelerated innovation. And there are just three things you need for this thing to kick into gear. You could think of them as three dials on a giant wheel. You turn up the dials, the wheel starts to turn. And the first thing you need is a crowd, a group of people who share a common interest. The bigger the crowd, the more potential innovators there are. That's important. But actually, most people in the crowd occupy these other roles. They're creating the ecosystem from which innovation emerges. The second thing you need is light. You need clear, open visibility of what the best people in that crowd are capable of, because that is how you will learn, how you will be empowered to participate. And third, you need desire. Innovation's hard work. It's based on hundreds of hours of research, of practice. Absent desire, not going to happen. Now, here's an example, pre-internet, of this machine in action. Dancers at a street corner. It's a crowd, a small one. But they can all obviously see what each other can do. And the desire part comes, I guess, from social status, right? Best dancer walks tall, gets the best date. There's probably going to be some innovation happening here. But on the web, all three dials are ratcheted right up. The dance community is now global. There's millions connected. And amazingly, you can still see what the best can do. Because the crowd itself shines a light on them, either directly through comments, ratings, email, Facebook, Twitter, or indirectly through numbers of views, through links that point Google there. So it's easy to find the good stuff. And when you found it, you can watch it in close-up repeatedly and read what hundreds of people have written about it. That's a lot of light. But the desire element is really, dialed way up. I mean, you might just be a kid with a webcam, but if you can do something that goes viral, you get to be seen by the equivalent of sports stadiums crammed with people. You get hundreds of strangers writing excitedly about you. And even if it's not that eloquent, and it's not, it can still really make your day. So this possibility of a new type of global recognition, I think, is driving huge amounts of effort. And it's important to note that it's not just the stars who are benefiting. Because you can see the best, everyone can learn. Also, the system is self-fueling. It's the crowd that shines the light and fuels the desire, but the light and desire are a lethal 1-2 combination that attract new people to the crowd. So this is a model that pretty much any organization could use to try and nurture its own cycle of crowd-accelerated innovation. Invite the crowd, let in the light, dial up the desire. And the hardest part about that is probably the light, because it means you have to open up. You have to show your stuff to the world. It's by giving away what you think is your deepest secret that maybe millions of people are empowered to help improve it.
Interesting concept, don't you think? Well, this story about sharing video can be very, very powerful if you actually know how to do it. So yes, of course, it can go viral. And of course, that requires so many people to get involved. But what happens is that you can actually help the way of how to create viral by using these two resources that I'm just about to share with you. So please make sure that you take a note. The first resource that I want to share with you on how you can actually help a video get viral and get all over the place is a site called TubeMogul. And you can go to www.tubemogul.com. And this is a free resource that you can actually upload your video, and this service will make sure that they will distribute your video to a number of other services. Now, if you are even more interested in taking it to the next level, because of course, this free service obviously is limited, there's another service that is called Traffic Geyser, and you can go to trafficgeyser.com, and that's Geyser with double S. And on this service, basically the way it works is you upload your video to their server, and just type in all the information that you want to get into your video, and then afterwards this video software will actually distribute your video in every single video platform there is. So for example, it will put it up into Vidler, it will put it up into YouTube, it will put it up into Yahoo Video, into AOL Video, into Meta Cafe, into every single video resource that there is available. Also, it will convert it into a podcast if you would like to do podcasting services also. So it's very, very interesting. Now, in the website that I just gave you, which is trafficgeyser.com with double S, you will be able to actually take a $1 trial, which is not really very easy to find. So actually, I found it for you. And if you go to Traffic Geyser with double S, you will be able to actually get it. As I was saying, you have the free version, which is TubeMogul, and also the paid version. But the paid version, if you use it, you will be able to get very, very high rankings on your videos with the search engine. So I definitely recommend you to go and check it out. And now it's time for handy bookmarks. Today I have on this section of the program two resources and a very, very interesting story that is going to be linked to what I was talking about a little bit earlier with the videos. Obviously, we're talking about creating videos and making sure that the videos go online, but now what's the point if they're actually not being monetized? And this is the reason why I actually want to bring to your attention something which is happening right now. Possibly you're not fully aware, but right now Facebook is actually bringing a new currency into the internet that is called Facebook credits. I do not have a link for that, but what I would recommend is that you go to Google and actually look for Facebook credits, because these Facebook credits, I believe they're going to become the next currency on the internet. And I think Facebook has the absolute right to actually introduce a new currency, because in reality, they have 600 million users, which makes them the third biggest country in the world. And obviously, they would like to have a currency. Now, imagine how powerful that would be if you will be able to actually tie up at some point your videos, and that people will be able to actually pay you with Facebook credits every time that they actually watch them, or every time that they purchase something from you. And this is exactly what's going to happen in the future. So make sure to keep an eye for Facebook credits. So now, let me just go to two very interesting resources that I have on this section of the program. Resource number one is a program that also has to do with payments and points and everything. Possibly you have already suffered from having a number of frequent flyer programs, and also, for example, credit cards that actually offer you points if you buy with them, like American Express or a Visa or whatever you're having, and then having handling all these different resources. It's very, very complicated. Well, I found a great resource that you will be able to use, and it's for free, and you will be able to manage all your accounts of points and miles and everything all together. And this resource is called points.com. So you can go to www.points.com, and you can just fill out your details and create your account, and you will be able to take care of these automatically, and it is absolutely a great resource. Now, the second resource that I want to share with you has nothing to do with points, has nothing to do with viral stuff, but actually has to do with making your site look a little bit more professional. I do not know if you ever noticed, but at the very, very top, next to the URL from all of the most important websites on the internet, there's a little tiny itty bitty icon that is called a favicon. So for example, if you go to CNN.com, or if you will go to Facebook.com or Google or whatever, they will have this little icon next to the URL. And basically these favicons, even though they're not really very, very important or very useful, what happens is that people will actually understand that people that have a favicon next to their URL, they are people that understand how to actually create websites and make your site look a lot more professional. Now, it used to be very difficult to actually get that done, and you needed a programmer and everything, but now it's actually very easy with a resource that I will share with you right now, where you will create your favicons, and it will actually teach you step by step how to put your favicon next to your URL. So just go to amazinglyuseful.com/favicon, and for free you will be able to create your own favicon so that you will be looking a lot more professional on your website. So now it's time for our feature presentation.
And now, our feature presentation.
Okay, so keeping up with your network is hard, right? I mean, you've already got hundreds of connections through social networks, and with the pace that you're meeting new people, it's getting harder. I mean, seriously, with how many of your contacts have you engaged recently? You've already spent time and effort getting to know people, so why lose them later? Networking is about maintaining relationships, not only creating them. What if there was an app for that? One that extends your human ability, almost like giving you a superpower. That's why we invented FellowUp, a simple and effective tool to manage your unmanageably large network. FellowUp is powered by cool technology to help you engage with the key people in your day. All that in less than a minute. Wish George a happy birthday on Facebook. Be the first to congratulate Ed on his new job. And don't forget to greet Liz on her wedding. FellowUp brings meetings and people to life by showing you who you're meeting, insights about them, and what you have in common. And don't worry about remembering to follow up. FellowUp suggests easy ways to interact afterwards by taking a quick note on your mobile or sending a quick email from your computer. So take advantage of FellowUp and maximize your network potential. Don't just follow up, FellowUp.
FellowUp is a really cool resource that I like using for catching up and making sure that I keep connected with my network. Now, obviously you have a network, and I hope that you're really enjoying what you're watching on this program. If you do, please make sure to share these videos and these resources with your friends using the buttons which are just below this video, so that you make sure that you dig it and you share it in Facebook or in Twitter or any other social media resource, or even sending them an email and letting them know about this program. And now, to finish this program, the last resource that I want to share with you is a great cool app, and that of course is going to be our section, which is called One App a Day Keeps Boredom Away. I am sure that you're going to really like this resource, and this resource is called Apps Geyser. And basically what it does is you can take almost any content that you can find on the internet and translate it into a smartphone app, either iPhone app or Android app. Really, really cool resource. And I really know that apps are the future in many ways, because of course more and more people are actually using their smartphones or their iPads and their tablet computers to actually get access to the internet. And of course, if you are already aware of how these things are done, you will be able to benefit tremendously in the future. Well, with this, we are going to wrap it up for this episode of Amazing Websites Television. I hope that you have really had a great time, and I look forward to seeing you in another completely full of amazing resources program in the very near future. Take care. Bye-bye.